I started losing time when I was 10. I remember it clearly. I woke up and looked at the clock. 7:32 a.m. I went over to the closet and started picking out what I'd wear to school. A few minutes later, my mom poked her head in. "We need to leave or we're going to be late." I glanced at the clock. 8:32. At the time, I didn't think much of it. I thought I looked at the clock, fallen back asleep somehow, and then gotten out of bed. Or maybe it was some kind of daylight savings thing. But then it kept happening. When I was 12, I lost time on a field trip to the Museum of Natural History. I drifted away from the group to look at the mineral collection. What felt like 10 minutes of staring at a slab of malachite was actually 3 hours. 2 police officers found me. I wasn't allowed on any more field trips after that. At 16, I was supposed to meet a crush at the school dance. I went to the bathroom, only to come out and find him dancing with someone else. 2 hours later, at 22, I lost half a day after a heavy night of partying. I told myself it was the alcohol, that I just blacked out, but I knew better. At 25, I missed a friend's entire wedding while getting ready. At 28, I unwillingly spent 2 hours in the bathtub while getting ready for a date with my now husband. My fingers were so pruny. And then, a year ago, there was the incident. I went into the kitchen to grab a snack while watching my 2 sons. After grabbing a handful of chocolate chips, I glanced at the oven clock. It was 45 minutes later. I ran out of the kitchen, screaming my sons' names, but they were okay. They could have drowned, run away, fallen down, died, but instead, they were pouring chocolate milk onto the rug and stomping in it, laughing. That was what spurred me to act. I saw a psychiatrist, a sleep specialist, to test for narcolepsy. I saw every kind of doctor I could think of. They did MRIs, EKGs, every kind of test. They found nothing, so I decided to study it myself. I got a journal and started writing down each episode, when it happened, for how long, what I was doing at the time, what I'd eaten, drank. There isn't really a pattern, I told my husband. I mean, it only happens while I'm alone, but that's the only common thread. There's gotta be a pattern. Let me have a look. My husband Adam is a man of science. Everything can be empirically proven. According to him, life all comes down to numbers, equations. There's no room for the unexplained. There isn't a pattern, I said, handing him the little black book. There's gotta be. He sat in the armchair for a good 20 minutes, flipping through the pages. I sat there awkward, a feeling of unease clenching my stomach. They're getting more frequent, he muttered, not looking up. I knew that already. I just didn't want to say it out loud. I'd had 3 episodes just in the past 6 months, as many as I'd had in my entire 20s. I was scared. He blew out a breath. I don't know what to tell you, Becca. You're right. I don't see an obvious pattern. So we are back to square one. Over the coming months, the incidents grew closer together. 2 months apart, then 3 weeks, then 4 days. I started refusing to go anywhere alone, for fear I'd lose time. Is this really necessary? Adam asked, as he accompanied me to the bathroom. Yes, I replied, through the crack in the door. Can't we just close the door? I'll keep checking on you, every 5 minutes, promise. Okay? Promise? Promise. I got out of the bathroom 2.5 hours later. Adam was sitting on the floor, pale and panicked, holding a bent bobby pin. I kept calling out to you. After about 10 minutes, you didn't answer. So I got this bobby pin and I thought I'd pick the lock, but I couldn't. And I sat on the floor and hugged him. It's okay, I whispered. It's not okay. I have to admit, there was a part of me that didn't believe you. I mean, that was the only explanation. And he faltered. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Somehow, that made me feel better, stronger. I had to be strong for him. I had to beat this. Why don't we go out this weekend? Family outing. I forced a laugh. Then I won't be alone. That sounds nice, he said. It had been a while since we'd been out. This problem had consumed us, eating our sanity and our time until there was nothing left. On Friday evening, I put on a little makeup, my favorite outfit, and then we packed up the car. Where are we going? Ben asked. I want to watch TV, Liam said. We're going to have a nice dinner, and then we're going to walk around and see all the Christmas decorations in town. That sounds boring, Liam said. It's so cold, Ben added. I clicked the straps of the car seat into place. It'll be fun, I promise. I got in the driver's seat. Adam got in beside me, and then we were off. I started up the car, pulled out of the driveway. We were halfway there when it happened. An 18-wheeler in the other direction, headlights blazing, going too fast for the icy weather. It swerved over the line. No, no, no. It was coming so fast, careening towards our tiny Accord. I had no time to react, no time to swerve, no time to click. Darkness. Is this the afterlife? Did I just die? My mind scrambled for an explanation. Oh God, Ben, Liam, Adam, they're all gone. My poor babies, my sons, No, there was something else. Carpet under my feet, the smell of fruit stripes gum in the air, thumping steps from somewhere under me. Huh? My eyes flicked open. I was standing in my room, looking into a closet full of pink and purple clothes. What? I'm back? In my room? I stood there for a long time, close to an hour. Then, click. I was standing in the museum, cold air nipping at my arms, staring up at a slab of malachite, studying the dark green lines that bubbled and swirled around each other. Click. I was standing in the high school bathroom, staring at my reflection, the rolling guitar of Lifehouse's You and Me spilling in. Click. Lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, head pounding. Click. Standing in front of a mirror, wearing a royal blue dress. Click. Laying in the bathtub. Click. Standing in the kitchen, staring at the oven clock, chocolate chips melting in my hand. Click, click, click. All the time I'd lost, dumped on me all at once. Hours, days, happening all in the span of milliseconds. My life flashing before my eyes. And time, the time I needed to think. My eyes snapped open. The truck was roaring towards us. Immediately, I jerked the steering wheel. We careened into the grass. The truck slammed by, tires screeching on the asphalt. We wheeled through the mud, then rolled to a stop. I looked at my husband. He stared at me, breathless and pale, from the passenger seat. I turned around. Both of our sons stared back at me, wide-eyed, trapped into their car seats. Ben spoke first. "Can we do that again?" I broke into laughter, soft at first, then loud, manic, freeing as relief spilled over me. No, we can't.